With me is Dr. Jason Pittman. Jason, welcome back.
Thanks, Dan.
I had a wonderful time at the Cyber Patriot National Finals last week. I am more convinced than ever that cyber competitions are becoming something like a sport. The best coaches have much in common with the best coaches in other sports, and the best Cyber Patriot competitors have the same drive and teamwork as our best athletes. Cyber Patriot is going to do wonderful things for these kids, for our colleges, and for our nation. Kids are going to have the opportunity to play in Cyber Patriot and now in other cybersecurity competitions for 6 years before they go to college. How good are they going to be?
I think they're going to be extremely proficient. In fact, I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, and teams are starting to emerge much like if you played hockey in the 80s at the Olympic level, you knew you were going to play the Russians in the finals. If you were a weightlifter, you knew you were going to face a Bulgarian. Now, if you play basketball in the Olympics, let's say, you're going to face an American team. And you know what you're going to look like in that situation. And you're starting to see these programs evolve to a high level of proficiency.
Now, these kids are the best and brightest that we're developing for cyber defense competitions. But in my interview with Diane Miller that we just saw, the plan is to export this to other countries, just like Little League was exported to other countries. And eventually we developed 2 tracks for the Little League championship, the U.S. champion and the international champion. And for the past 20 years, it seemed like the international teams have really done well against us. Yeah. Are we going to get to the point where some of the kids who play Cyber Patriots, say in South Korea or in the UK or in Saudi Arabia, they're going to get to the point where they become really tough competition for the best and brightest we have in the U.S.?
I think so, and I'm kind of really excited to see how the nature of competition evolves when you consider the international playing field. I mean, across ethnic and cultural barriers, we all use technology the same, right? You use an iPhone the same way no matter what country you live in, for instance. How you attribute attacks and how you defend systems, though, does have a cultural basis in it. So it would be really interesting to see when we get this really melting pot of culture and ethnic background, how technology comes into play.
Diane emphasized diversity in the clip that we have, and the importance of reaching kids from every part of the country, from every background, from every environment. And the same is true. The more Cyber Patriot is able to go to other countries and have the opportunities to have other cultures be part of Cyber Patriot, I really think we're going to see a richness, a melting pot of the best and brightest cyber defense talent there is. And the interchange between the coaches, the interchange between the kids, it's going to be just as much as what we have in Little League or other types of sports.
I totally agree, Dan. I think it's an exciting time to be involved in cyber competitions. And as we look forward to the growth of the field, before I predicted that within the next 12 to 18 months, we'd be able to have competitions every weekend for every kid everywhere. That's only going to get more exciting as we get into the international arena.
I'm going to make one more prediction. I notice in Cyber Patriot, the red team is scripted.
Yes.
And to me, the fact that it's scripted shows it can be broadcast. It can play to an audience. I think next year, we're going to start to see Cyber Patriot that can be shown to an audience, that can be shown in a way that will make this competition fun and exciting and understandable to those who aren't playing or aren't close to it.
That's a big prediction, Dan, but if I can play a part in it, I'd be excited to. I think that's a great way to move for us.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Dan.
Next week, we will provide on-site coverage of the Pacific Rim Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition in Seattle, Washington. If you have a competition you would like us to cover in a future show, please contact us at cyberfed.org. I'm Dan Manson. See you next week.